how would I know if they have the best interest of my best interest in their heart?
Truth be told, it's not easy for you to know whether it is the best, because insurance products commission are usually not very transparent to the consumer, and therefore at Haven we wanted to be a safe place.
Welcome to another episode of 10 Must-Know Insurance Tips Agents May Not Tell You. I'm Jayla, Experience Specialist, and this is Eddy, Haven's CEO and our favorite insurance expert. At Haven, we believe that insurance advice should always be clear, not confusing, and always aligns with your needs. I'll ask the questions that you always wanted to ask, and Eddy will answer them with no jargon and no fluff. As a layman myself, I'll keep asking until I get it. I hope this video helps you make wise insurance decisions without overpaying for coverage. So let's dive into today's topic. So today, mainly we'll be talking about insurance coverage, and I think one of the main concerns that people are asking is, do I have enough coverage or am I overpaying for my insurance? So Eddy, the first question that I have for you will be, is it actually true that one of the most common questions when people come into Haven is to actually ask, how do I know if I have enough coverage?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Basically, there are two types of people that write into us.
Okay.
The first group of people are people who are very well informed. They know what they want. They write to you, write to us to say that they are looking for a certain plan. All right. So but these are the minority. By and large, the most of the cases, about 80 to 90% of people writing to us are people who are very concerned about their insurance protection. They have bought insurance over the years, or they are contemplating on buying some insurance, but they do not know how to think about insurance, whether they are overpaying or not. So at Haven, we have this service offering for this group of people. It's called the InsureWell Assessment. We call this IWA. So in InsureWell assessments, we follow a 3-step approach to help clients. So firstly, we look into their insurance policies that they bought. Okay, goes through and to clarify, provide clarity on what are these policies about, so that they are familiar with what they have. And then the second part, or second step, is basically to evaluate based on their life circumstances, their financial considerations. You know, whether what they have is sufficient to cover to protect them well. And then after that, we move into the third step, which is basically to look into solutions for them to be adequately covered. So for some, it could be they are well covered and then there's nothing that they need to do. Or if there are people who are overpaying, then that's where we talk about some options that they consider. But if there are gaps, and most of the time people do have gaps, all right, we will recommend how they could cover themselves in a cost-effective manner. I mean, insurance is a very important aspect of our financial plan. But yet, it is not easy to understand, and therefore, the IWA hopes to provide clarity, confidence, and assurance that their financial or their insurance program can be adequately covered for them.
I see. Okay, then how do I actually know if I am overpaying for my insurance or not?
When you talk about overpaying for insurance, it basically means two things. Firstly, we are actually paying too much, more than what we need. So for example, if you need $500,000 coverage, but you're actually buying a $3 million cover, right? So you're actually buying more than what you need. So in the second scenario is where you buy the wrong plan. For example, if you're concerned about protecting while you're working years, meaning that the protection should cover until 65 or so before you retire, but you bought a whole life plan or ILP plan, which covers throughout. The issue with covering longer than what you need is that you will be paying a lot more premiums than necessary. So, and the thing about paying more premiums than necessary is that firstly, other aspects of our insurance may not be covered, all right? And secondly, paying more insurance premiums means that you have lesser resources to plan towards retirement.
I see. So, if I have an insurance gap, how does Haven's IS help, choose the best plan for me?
Okay, so at Haven, we consider a few steps or considerations. Let's give an example. Let's say you need a $1 million cover.
Coverage.
Let's say it's a death cover,
Yeah.
to make simple. All right. So first question is that what kind of products you should be looking into to cover this.
Okay.
All right. So when you talk about products, it could range from term policies, which is limited pay duration, is the cheapest form. Second is a whole life plan, which actually covers throughout, or IRP plan, which is a bundle products between investments and protection. So if let's say in the conversation we found that your need is actually over your working years, because that's the most important period that you want to cover, then in that case, the options will be to recommend a term policies, because term policies is very cost effective. You can actually pay the lowest premiums to get a maximum coverage, and that's actually our philosophy. At Haven, our philosophy is that you should cover as much coverage as you need, but pay as little as possible. And this is important because then it actually frees up resources to live out your current life and also plan for the future. So this is after we identify how much you need, the products you should be considering. The third question is to find out which insurance company is probably the best for your situation. I mean, there are many insurance companies in Singapore. Even for us, we have 8 insurance companies. So when we look into the insurance companies, we consider at least these 3 key considerations. Firstly, it must be cost effective. It must be competitive. It may not be the cheapest, but it should be very competitive among the lowest pricing. All right. Second, we look into value. All right, versus how much you're paying, because some companies may offer a better term and conditions compared to others. So we do consider value. And thirdly, we look into the reliability and the service orientation of the insurance company. Because ultimately, when you buy insurance from a company, you want to make sure that the experience is good. When it comes to claims, there's no issue about it. So when we look into, when there's a gap, we looked into all this consideration so that clients get the best deals, so to speak, for their situations.
Understand. So you mentioned about other company, right? Other insurers. So normally for insurance agent, they are commission based. And how would I know if they have the best interest of my best interest in their heart?
Truth be told, it's not easy for you to know whether it is the best, because insurance products commission are usually not very transparent to the consumer, and therefore at Haven we wanted to be a safe place for clients to seek insurance advice, and therefore actually in some of my videos and even the website, I talk about the 5 control measures at Haven that we put in place so that clients have the assurance that the recommendation is in their best interest. So you can actually go to the website to actually take a look. Okay, but beyond this 5 control measures, which is an internal process which is not visible, what we do also is that we offer this thing called the money back guarantee to our clients. And this money back guarantee is the first of its kind in Singapore. I mean, you don't see anywhere. Okay, and this money back guarantee basically gives the assurance to the clients that if they follow through our process, and if there's any overselling on our part, we will compensate them for the excess premiums that they pay. But this is to give the assurance that so that the client interest comes first, the assurance that they get what they need.
Has anyone claimed the MBG before?
No.
Okay.
And we intend to keep it that way.
Okay. That's good. Okay, so then with that being said, is it possible for anyone to, let's say, transfer all their insurance policy from Haven? I mean, to Haven from other different agencies?
Right. We do take on transfer cases. But that's only for our clients, for our Haven clients. And because when we do transfer cases, usually that involves a lot of administration, a lot of support given to the consumer, the policyholders, right? So because sometimes when you think about claims, you may think that it's very straightforward, but actually it's not so straightforward. It involves understanding the processes, the products, how many insurance companies that you have, and to do everything in efficient manner so the clients can get the claims well.
Okay. Do I have to buy a policy with Haven to, in order to do that?
I mean, yes, you need to be a client.
Okay.
A client of Haven basically means that they have engaged us to help us to appoint us to implement insurance for them.
I see.
And the reason is because firstly, as you mentioned, servicing requires resources set aside to support the client. And secondly, maybe most people don't understand is that when we do transfer cases, the commission is not paid to the person that's servicing. It's already paid to the person that has sold you the plan. All right. So there's no compensation, so to speak, for serving the case, for serving these policies.
I see.
But for clients of Haven, I mean, we understand the need, the trust they want to deal with a certain single person for all their policies. So therefore, we open this service offering only for our clients.
Okay, I see. So what type of insurance that Haven have?
We have all range of life insurance policies.
Okay.
So when I talk about life insurance policies, it means the usual death cover, critical illness cover, occupational disability cover, which is very important for working adults, hospitalization plans, and long-term care plans. So among this area of needs, there are also different range of products like term plan, whole life plan, so on and so forth. All right, health insurance. All right, even though we carry ILP plans, as part of our distribution, but this is actually one plan that we do not recommend to our clients.
Okay.
And the reason is because ILP plan is a bundled product, and having a mix of investment and insurance. In our assessment, our view is that if you are looking for protection, you should get a low cost term plan. And you're going for investments, there are a lot of investment products, low cost, efficient investment products outside of the insurance industry where we can actually get a better outcome.
Okay.
So for us, ILP is something that we do not do.
So I realize there's a lot of insurance that you mentioned earlier, but I don't hear any general insurance such as travel insurance and car insurance. Is there any specific reason why we don't carry that?
Firstly, general insurance products are highly commoditized, meaning that by and large, these products are fairly the same. And it can be found online. You can actually compare and buy the cheapest plan or the best deal plan very easily. You can buy direct. Okay, so it's an area that firstly we do not at Haven we do not want to do it at this moment, because firstly we want to focus on doing the life insurance part well, because this is an important area of a person's financial plan. Okay. Secondly, for people who actually need some of these plans, we do work with partners on a referral program to direct them to our trusted partners to implement or to advise on this GI plan.
Oh, I see. Okay. So speaking of the plan, now that we have finished understanding what are plans and service, how do actually Haven handle with our claim process to ensure that it's smooth? Claim
is actually a very important aspect of insurance journey. Okay, because I talk a lot about getting the right plan, making sure that you have the right plan. But actually, ultimately, when you have the plan, what is most important next is that when there is a claim, we want to make sure that our claim process is efficient. All right. But the problem is that we recognize that sometimes when we buy from a friend or an advisor, and then they leave the industry, and we are stranded, and we transfer to a stranger, and then there's no relationship in that no relationship, and therefore the servicing. So at Haven, we recognize that these are some of the concerns that consumers have, and we want to create a good experience for our clients, and therefore we actually set up a client servicing team to support all our policyholders. So when there's a claim coming in, the claims person, together with the insurance specialist that is working with you on that servicing you, will come together to support in terms of making sure all the claims or policy servicing, such as change of address, changes in terms of the renewals of modes. Okay, this will be delivered in an efficient manner. And having a team approach also have certain advantages to the client, because sometimes the advisors or the insurance specialists could be very busy because there are a lot of things that they have to handle in terms of as part of work, and claims may not be something that they have the capacity to handle in a very efficient manner. So having a dedicated team, we could actually provide that service to our client.
I see. So for viewers out there who want to be a Haven client, typically what is the IWA, which is our InsureWell Assessment process like?
Right. So when we receive an inquiry, right, so the first thing that we do is that we have this person called the client experience specialist, which is you as one of the team members, right? So the client experience specialist will give the client a call within 1 to 2 working days. All right, and the purpose of the call is basically to understand the needs of the person, their concerns, and then to gather some information, the background of this person. Then after which, the client experience will actually schedule an appointment. This appointment could actually take maybe about 1 or 2 weeks time, depending on the convenience between the person as well as our internal insurance specialist. All right. So before the meeting, there will be a lot of preparations done by the insurance specialist to gather this to understand the situation, and then have a first consult meeting on that day of the scheduled meeting. So in the scheduled meeting, that is where the person who ran the interview and the insurance specialist will meet. And the meeting could be in the form of a face-to-face meeting in the office, all right, or it could be done conveniently via virtual meeting, all right. So in this meeting, the insurance specialist will go through the 3-step approach, as I mentioned just now, all right, to give an overview of what they have, evaluate, and then consider the person's options to be fully covered. If the person who wrote in wishes to continue the discussion to explore ways to cover him or herself fully, then that's where the follow-up meeting will be scheduled to go through the various options you can consider to implement the plans. The whole purpose of the IWA is to really give consumer or clients the assurance and the confidence that their plans are sufficient and fully covered for them, for their needs.
I see. For all the viewers out there, if you are interested to find out more about our InsureWell Assessment, or you would like to speak to an insurance specialist, you can head over to our website at haven.com to send an inquiry, and you'll receive a call from one of our team members. And then, thank you so much. We've come to the end of the episode today. Thank you so much, Eddy.
Thank you, Jayla.
And thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions, please leave it down in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on the bell so you always receive our notification when we post a video. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Then the next one is wow. Okay. Wow.
What's the next one here?
So for the viewers out there who wants to wait, I forgot I said just now. Last question. Can I understand a little bit more? What are some of the positive balik? I hope this video make up.
For consumers out there, if you have any questions,